So it's the men's French Open tennis final 2025, Roland Garros in Paris. Jannik Sinner taking on Carlos Alcaraz. Jannik Sinner is in his first final. Carlos Alcaraz is the defending champion, going for his second French Open in a row. So let's have a look at some stats. They last played in Rome this year. Alcaraz won 7-6, 6-1. An absolute cracking final that was. So let's have a look at a few stats for both players in the tournament so far. One stat that really stood out to me was Sinner's aces to double faults ratio. He's hit 30 aces and he's only had 2 double faults. So that's a 15 ace to double fault ratio. Alcaraz on the other hand, 21 aces to 14 double faults. So that's 1.5 ace to double fault ratio. So it's 10 times higher for Sinner, which is remarkable really. So Sinner's very clean that way. He's very solid, level, consistent player. Alcaraz is a wee bit up and down, a wee bit unstable. But when Alcaraz is playing his best, I don't think anybody beats him. I think he has enough there to beat Sinner. First serve percentage, 64% and 70% respectively. Win on the first serve percentage, 80% Sinner, 73 Carlos. Win on the second serve, 68% Jannik, 70% Carlos. So not a lot in it there. I would say overall Sinner has the slightly better stats there, just slightly better. Break points won. So Sinner's won 31 out of 66, 47%. Alcaraz 34 out of 82, 41%. Not a lot in it, but Sinner just ahead. They've both won all the tie breaks they've played. A few other stats there. Max games won in a row, 11 for Sinner and 9 for Carlos. Points won in a row, 10 for Jannik, 8 for Carlos. The service points won and the service games won, these don't really matter too much. And then the average rank of the opponents they've played so far, 60 for Sinner, 78 for Alcaraz. So Sinner's ahead there. So I just want to have a look at some of the score lines in the previous matches they've played in this tournament. So there's the numbers there on the screen. Sinner has won every set so far he's played, and Carlos has played 4 more sets than Jannik Sinner. He's played 22. Games played, 163 for Jannik and 191 for Carlos. Average games a set is roughly 9 for both players. So that's roughly a 6-3 scoreline. But they're playing each other now, so anything can happen. Carlos is ahead in the head-to-head 7-4. Games conceded, 36 for Sinner and 57 Alcaraz, so he has lost a lot more games. He has played a lot more games though. So the percentage is 22% games conceded for Jannik and 30% for Carlos. Rank 1 and 2 of course. Okay, a few other little things I want to discuss. This is a new stat that I'm going to start talking about when I'm talking about these two legends of the game, because in my opinion these two guys, what they've achieved so far in their careers at their age, 23 and 22, is nothing short of remarkable, and they're just getting better and better it seems, and just blowing the rest of the field off the court. Now one of the things I said that I'm going to start putting on these videos is I'm going to look at bagel count and breadstick count. How many bagels and breadsticks can these guys produce in a tournament or even in a match? And for those of you who don't know what a bagel and a breadstick is, in tennis lingo, a bagel is when a player beats another player 6-love in a set, and a breadstick is when they beat them 6-1 in a set. So generally these are quite rare things. Breadsticks are quite common actually, they're a lot more common than bagels obviously, but let's have a look at the ones that they've produced in this tournament so far. So let's have a look at Jannik's results. Second round, bagel. Third round, bagel, breadstick. Fourth round, breadstick. Quarterfinal, breadstick, bagel. Remarkable. Right, so Carlos Alcaraz. Second round, breadstick, breadstick. Third round, breadstick. Quarterfinal, bagel, breadstick. Semi-final, bagel. So Jannik has had 3 bagels and 3 breadsticks. Carlos has had 2 bagels and 4 breadsticks. So altogether they've had 6 each, with Jannik just having 1 more bagel. But the level of tennis these guys are playing is nothing short of phenomenal. And you're going to see more and more of that, in my opinion, because these guys are getting stronger and stronger and better and better. And you're going to see scorelines like that a lot more, in my opinion. A few other things. So Carlos is going for his second French Open title. He's the defending champion, and this will be 2 years in a row if he wins it this year. Jannik is going for his maiden title at Roland Garros. As I say, Carlos leads 7-4 in the overall head-to-head, but he leads 2-1 on clay, and he won their last meeting, which was on clay in Rome, and that was the final also. Now both men, now here's a really important stat, both men have never lost a Grand Slam final. Carlos has 4 Grand Slams to his name, and he's never lost a final. Jannik also has 3 Grand Slams to his name, and he's also never lost a final. So one of these men will lose their first Grand Slam final today. Just so happens because they're playing one another. But to be honest, these guys are going to be playing each other countless times over the next 10, 15 years, I believe. You're going to see them a lot in finals. So they are going to start losing finals, only because by virtue of the fact that they're playing one another. But that's quite remarkable, that stat, to be honest. So one man is now going to extend that to 5-0 in finals, and one man, well, Carlos Alcaraz, sorry, he'll extend it to 5-0 if he wins today, and Sinner, he will extend it to 4-0 if he wins today, and that'll tie them on 4 slams each. Now, on paper, all the numbers and everything suggest Jannik Sinner should win this, and a lot of pundits on podcasts and different things are going for Jannik Sinner, and a lot of people are saying he'll win it in straight sets, and that makes sense. I believe that as well, because Jannik Sinner is the kind of player, he likes to get the games over and done with. He doesn't hang about. He can smash people off the court in 3 sets very easily, and he's done it many times throughout his career so far, and he's done it in this tournament already. He's won every match in straight sets. So I think if Jannik is to win today, he probably will need to do it in straight sets, in my opinion. If it goes to 4-5, I'd probably slightly favour Alcaraz. And again, Alcaraz doesn't mind playing the longer matches. He's fit, strong, fast, very powerful. He can play these kind of matches. You don't see Sinner playing a lot of 4 and 5 set matches unless he's playing against the cream of the crop. So people were saying, oh, Alcaraz will do it and he'll win in 5 sets. Sinner will do it, he'll win in straight sets. I'm not so sure. I think, even though Sinner is the better on paper at the moment, I'm going to pick Carlos Alcaraz to win this French Open final. I just feel his all-round clay game is better than Jannik Sinner's. And I do think it'll maybe go to a 4th or 5th set. I don't think he'll do it in straight sets. We will get 4 or 5 sets. I'm hoping it goes to a 5th set. But I think in the end, Carlos will come through. I just hope, for everyone's sake, that neither player retires with an injury. There's been a couple in this tournament. I think Musetti retired. Maybe Tommy Paul had a slight injury. He didn't look to be that great, to be honest. And Novak Djokovic seemed a little bit sore as well in his match. None of them retired right enough. Only Musetti retired. There may have been one or maybe a retirement in some of the other matches, I'm not sure. But the point is, this is a grueling contest, this tournament on this venue, and you have to be very fit, and it's quite easy to get injured. So I just hope that doesn't happen. I hope it's an absolute classic, and I think it will be. So I'm going to say Carlos in 4 or 5. Probably 5. I'll probably go for 5 as well. So I don't think either man will win it in straight sets, because they're too good. They're too good to blow one another off the court in 3 sets. And yeah, because of how good they are, I'll be expecting tie breaks. We might even have a couple of tie breaks in there. Maybe every set will be a tie break. That would be amazing. Yeah, so we're going to have maybe 1 or 2 tie breaks, 1 or 2 7-6 sets. Just a prediction. I could be completely wrong, but that's my prediction. So yeah, I'm going to stick to my guns on this. My pick will be Carlos Alcaraz to win the French Open 2025. So the match has actually already started. I'm going to go watch it. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to check out the poll that I put up. Who do you think is going to win the French Open? Please vote. Place your vote on the poll. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching. I will see you on the next video.